Welcome to Subramani. These days, I do not have to look too far for topics. I get emails, real long ones, and short comments. I'll be covering the comments also, but this is a long email from a lady who is about 30 years of age, and she says that I'm never able to save more. Some months I'm able to save money, but some months I just go berserk and I have about 1000 rupees to save. And when I see that money, I go and put it into my PPF account, or I make it into a fixed deposit. Other than this, I really do not do anything, and I have no clue how to save or invest or anything of that sort. Luckily, my husband is also not a big spender, but he also does not plan anything. So he would suddenly have some 7-8 lakhs lying in his savings account, and I would have some 80,000 lying in my savings account, but I would have converted a lot of that into small 90-day, 180-day fixed deposits. So I have a very long list of fixed deposits, and I put them as on auto renewal, and this becomes very easy because I do everything with one bank. At the end of the year, everything is available as a TDS statement, so I do not do anything. What would you suggest? How do I make a plan and stick to it? I don't know. I suddenly save more and suddenly I save less. What do I do? Good question, and I think the answer lies in a problem with which many of us have struggled, right? Suppose I want to lose 10 kilos. This is like saying I want to save more money, right? There is no reason why you want to do it or why it should be done, right? There's no logic. So very simple, you start here, right? You can be rich too with goal-based investing. So first, write down what are your goals and stick to it. There has to be a goal for doing it. If you are a young person, maybe you're 26 years of age or 27 years of age, you may want to save up 2-3 lakhs to make a trip to Europe. Perfectly all right. Or you may want to save up 10 lakhs or 12 lakhs to fund a startup with your friend. Fantastic. That's a great idea to have. Or if you are 40 years of age, 42 years of age, you may want to retire early. Or you might be today 55 years of age and say everything is already provided for, but let me earn money to fund a school in my village, right? I really don't know what is your purpose of investing or saving, and to me it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter at all as to why you're saving or investing, but to you it should matter a lot, right? So now you want to reduce 10 kilos because there is a wedding coming up in the family and you want to wear good clothes. Can be a very good reason. So you join a gym, you eat very frugally, you do all that perfectly, and you actually lose 10 kilos, perfectly possible. But what happens after the marriage? It just comes back, right? Because you did not have any specific purpose, or you had a purpose and you already achieved it. Same thing will happen even while investing. Say you want to save 3 lakhs or create 3 lakh corpus because you and your friends want to go on a trip to Europe and you want to spend maybe 1 month or 30 days or 25 days, whatever. So, and that is going to cost you money, tickets, insurance, etc. So you think you need to put together 3 lakhs. So now you will do everything possible. You will maybe eat out less, you may cook more at home, you may do all those things and create that corpus. But that is done a short-term plan, right? Instead of that, of course, I'm not even saying you shouldn't do that. I'm saying over and above this, you need to invest for certain long-term goals. One long-term goal for most people is to retire. The question is at what age you want to retire. Maybe you'll retire at 45, maybe you'll retire at 55. To me, it doesn't matter. But you create one investment called a retirement fund and say this money is something which I will touch only when I am in very bad shape, or when I am looking at that fund and saying, can I retire? Because I'm still young, and I will create corpuses for other things in other places, but for retirement this will be the fund. Then what happens is you have a specific purpose. You say, okay, 150 rupees a day, which is 4,500 rupees a month, will go into this fund, whether it is from me and one more fund like this will be for my husband. So you create a fund. I am not saying buy a particular pension plan or anything, though ideally if you are a person who does not have control over your spending or your lifestyle, then it makes sense to put money in a pension plan and create a corpus there for your early retirement, that both you and your husband can start maybe 2 separate accounts, and that's it. That is one thing which you can surely do. When you have such a specific goal, I'm sure you can have other goals also. Maybe you're planning to have children, or you have children, you have not mentioned anything else in the mail. So create separate goals for them, because that is the most important thing, and build it into your lifestyle. As soon as you or your husband get the money, that money should get invested wherever you invest. That is something which you should sit with a financial planner and decide. Since you do not seem to be knowing what are the options which are available, I would suggest you take some trouble to find a good financial advisor. It's not easy. I'm not even saying it is easy. So go to my blog subramani.com, and there I've written a lot about advisors. So find the process of finding the advisor, then find an advisor, interview him. It's a longish process. Don't sign up to the first guy who comes up to you, right? Sit down, make your plan, and then start putting money into each of those plans. Whatever is your goal. Your short-term goal is a trip to Europe. Your slightly longer term is to quit your job and start a business. Even further longer term, maybe your children's education, children's marriage, whatever you want to spend on, you have to have a goal with which you are comfortable. I am not comfortable saying do this and do that. That's up to you. You may want to fund a startup, you may want to go to Europe, you may want to go to US, you may want to buy a bigger car, anything. Your goal is personal, right? And so retirement can also be a goal. For many people, that retire early is an important goal, and so they save towards that or invest towards that, right? When you put money in PPF, gold, etc., that is called saving. When you put into equity shares or you buy a property to give on rent, that is called investing. Please understand, investing assets will give you more fluctuating returns, more volatile returns, higher standard deviation, but they will definitely give you better returns than what the saving instruments will give. As long as you know that and you understand that, and you understand that there will be high standard deviation, you would have learned your first few lessons in investing, and then keep learning about investing. That's also very important. Even assuming you start with an index fund, or you got an advisor who told you which 2-3 funds to invest, keep looking at direct equity and say, I will buy myself 1 share a year. That's fine. So which means you will look at 10-15 companies, then decide to buy 1 share in a year. Over the next 20 investing years, you will build a portfolio of 20 equity shares. Believe me, that's more than sufficient. Thank you.